So what are the plans that Ford Motor Company has to reopen and get the production lines activated? Well, they had a conference call for auto journalists this morning to kind of explain where their head is on that. Let's take a listen.
In the U.S., for example, just automotive manufacturing accounts for 6% of our GDP. In the U.S. industry, we have a unique story. While other automakers have moved significant percentage of their production for the U.S. customers to low-cost markets, or even imported a large part of their volume into the U.S., we chose a different path, to build where we sell as much as possible, including the U.S. In 2019, last year, Ford spent more than $5 billion on research and development in the U.S. No automaker employs more hourly workers in the U.S. than Ford.
And we're gradually starting to plan for their return to work. In fact, yesterday we announced that the European team will take its first step with starting up some of its manufacturing and place-dependent facilities on May 4. And as the weeks progress, we will follow a staggered ramp-up as we build back up to a fully operational facility.
The employees we've had in these sites have also gone through the same safety protocols we have in China and also in Thailand. They do a self-validation before they come to work on their cell phone or a hard copy, where they go through a list of questions and determine if they do have symptoms or they've been exposed to somebody with symptoms. And ultimately, the requirement is not to come in and create a dynamic where they spread potential risk. So the first line of defense is making sure people don't come in. The second part of the process is the thermal scanning. 100% of our employees at every site are having a temperature checked as they come into our complexes. This has been going on in China, as I mentioned, also in Thailand. It will be effective both in our plants and also our non-manufacturing facilities. And we're able to construct our production system to manage that process to go forward. The second part will be the requirement for safety equipment employees to be wearing. Everybody will be 100% required for mask. Those also will have safety glasses or shields that are close to each other within 6 feet. And these are all protocols we've proven out in our other complexes and work very effectively as we look through what we're doing here for North America. And the key as a team, as we work through the timing and strategy and our whole return to work, is if we have an issue, how fast and how quickly can we solve that problem? And this is us coming at this together with an attitude that we're comfortable with our families coming in, they're going to be extremely safe. If we find something, fix it quickly and make sure people can also share that with the lessons learned. So I'm extremely confident in the relationship we have with the UAW themselves and the unions across the world, as Jim talked about. But we had daily interaction going through our list, and right now we're on track to do what is right, and we're working through those timings right now to deliver that from a safety protocol standpoint. We have aligned with the UAW that we have a process. If anybody comes in, it needs to be tested, and our process will have them go to Beaumont or local aspects. We've walked them through the data that Kirsten talked about. It's physically impossible to test everybody, but it would be the employees who have symptoms or have a concern about being exposed to somebody from a symptom standpoint. So they're aligned to that procedure. We walked through that with them, and that's our plan as we come back on our complexes here in the U.S.